All right, let's begin this broadcast with big breaking news coming in. A lot of panic, concern about energy sources in the country. And now information coming in from government sources that there's no reason to panic. There's no immediate likelihood of a hike in petrol and diesel prices. In some cities and some towns in the country, we've been seeing people hoarding fuel, panic buying. No need for any of that. As government sources have said, there is no chance of an immediate hike in petrol and diesel prices. They've also confirmed that there's no consideration as of now to cut excise duty on petrol and diesel. They are again reiterating that the government is comfortable with current fuel reserves and that India had timely pivoted to alternate supply sources when the crisis began. So there's no concern over fuel availability in the country. There's not going to be any concern of the government running out at this point. And so there's no question also of petrol and diesel prices being hiked. Big question mark, however, and the bigger concern, many would argue, is over LNG and LPG. But I'll bring in Chetan Bhutani of Business Today on this broadcast for more details. Chetan, take us through the government's communication, clearly an attempt to kind of soothe and put to rest all of the concerns and worries right now.
Well, absolutely. Government has been very clear right from day one. In fact, Nirmala Sitharaman in her statement to the parliament today mentioned that India has been buying prices from the past 1 year at very low rates. And so it has been cushioning the OMCs and the retailers at its end as well. So there's no point to worry. Our sources in the government have confirmed to us that there's no immediate price hike or any worries or the plan. Is there a plan to hike prices at the retail fuel stations? If you and me have to go and buy, there's nothing as a consumer that we have to worry about. Also, the government is also planning to cushion oil marketing companies against the negative margins that they might have to face by providing high crude price, lower prices at higher rates to at retail pumps. But yes, the government is already preparing a plan, and there is nothing to worry for fuel stations and retail owners at this point of time. Government sources also mentioned that India made the pivot at the right time when the Strait of Hormuz was closed. India pivoted immediately to other sources of oil, and they mentioned to us earlier as well that government is actually very energy efficient, and they would be pivoting for its best interest to any of the country that offers steady fuel supply. So currently, as of now, sources mentioning to Business Today that there's nothing to worry, and the government is not looking at a retail fuel price hike as of now. But yes, situations are volatile. The times are of course volatile. One has to keep an eye out. The government, Ministry of Petroleum, Natural Gas, Finance Ministry are constantly in touch and are watching global crude oil prices and of course having stakeholder consultations as well.
All right, Chetan, thanks for that update. Important to highlight the word immediate here. The situation is very volatile. You never know what's going to happen in the next 1 week, which is why the government has said for now, there's no question of a hike in petrol and diesel prices. Let's hope it stays that way.